Hey everyone, we are shopping at Mount Dora Treasure Mart. There's two treasure marts in this area. One is Mount Dora and one is Eustis, which is called the Wildwood Treasure Mart. And that should be in the next video, depending on how long it takes me to go through this location today. It does have one of my favorite vendors in here, or two. So this is the Whitehall. You know, I'm collecting. I wasn't planning on collecting Whitehall. There's a King's Crown over there, but in the process of me buying a whole bunch of Astoria American, I've ended up with some Whitehall. Cute little compote. I think we are probably pretty Waterford. We're in a booth that it's not going to work for what we need financially. You know what I mean? Princess House. Cut to clear. That's pretty. Wow, that is really pretty. Does look good. All vintage and antique glass in here. Looks like, oh, here's some Franciscan. 20% off the Desert Rose and apple. I think, if I recall, it is the most famous or most purchased dinner service in the world, but I could be wrong. So here's some Astoria American. Ooh, I don't have a celery dish. What are those? That's just something cute they made. So $10 for the celery dish. Oh, and they've got plates. Oh, I really don't have plates either. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to come back when I'm done filming. Ooh, they got more plates. I keep saying got instead of have. What is that? 10 on that, 5 on the small. This is a smaller version of the cream and open sugar that we already have. Now, I just got these for 99 cents, was it? Or $1.99 at the other thrift store locally. So I think we're good there. Let's go and see. I'm leaving the cart out. It's just never convenient to schlep a cart through these locations. I'll tell you what, that, what was it? The ye old, wasn't the barn, because that's the other thing I'm thinking of. 15 on this one. Those are sweet. That place I filmed yesterday, I just for the life of me can't think of what it's called. I don't know why. Beautiful. Literally beautiful little mid-century there. Was super cute, and the prices were crazy good. Like, you would have never thought with the word antique out front that the pricing was going to be like it was. Enough for me to be going back multiple times. I definitely will be going back. I just need to prep for it. It is rather hot, as you saw from the two videos. I'm not sure how I made it a little over an hour in there. I will dress cooler next time. I had no idea, it was going to be that warm inside. But it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. Look at the frog. There's a frog, and is that a swan? I think so. It was absolutely worth it. So 100%. I am on a mission. Now, I'm looking primarily for myself today. And by that, I mean for my own house. But if you all see something you let me know, and I will, just let me know in the comments, and I shall pop back up here. Let's see, I keep wanting to go, and then I keep seeing more. I'm sorry, what? 20% stud, 80% muffin. That's awesome. Shelly stuff. Cute. Miss Shelly has a cute little booth set up. Okay, so we are moving. You might even already see one of my favorite vendors. I've already purchased from this vendor a big Magnavox console that we use, a stereo. I think it's Magnavox. Either that or my childhood one was Magnavox. This is me. Like, this whole place is me. Mid-century teak over here. Beautiful. Look at the buffet opens and closes, which should have probably slate, but I can't feel it. It's not. Might be leather. I just realized. I don't think I brought my glasses. I own this, actually. So if anybody's interested, let me know. I have the whole set sitting in my house. I bought it to go in, if you think of a mid-century teak wall unit where, you know, like there's the boxes and you can manipulate the boxes because it's modular. I bought it because it has a bar in the middle that pulls open. It's like a hidden bar, and no, it's too tall for the bar. I have to put the handle down, and then I don't like it. And the other day, I didn't even know I guess I didn't remember, I had my ice bucket for sale that was in there. And it's sold out of my Buy It Now shop, where I have those already. If anyone needs a tray, I own that one too. So we were in that store yesterday, the Ye Old Antiques or something, and they had a bamboo round that was two-tiered, and it was like a bar card / tea card, etc. And it was $12. And are we looking at the price here? Looks like it's just for the coffee table. Does that mean I'm getting in my car and going back and buying that? Probably. I'll need to call her and see if someone hasn't purchased it already. Oh, I have not seen a lucite one. How much is that? $325. Wow, I've not seen a lucite one. I am trying to navigate my shirt. My mic is pulling my shirt down. 10 off of a purchase of 50 or more. We'll just come through and do a looky-loo. Wow. Look at that. Every square inch is covered, but yet still with the availability where you could actually, grab things. I don't like doing the shopping where I can't take things out, that they're so tightly packed in, you know what I mean? I'm sure you know. I'm sure you've all done it. Got it. Let's roll to the next. Okay, so normally I would skip through there, but I think... Oh! I can't stop looking. I own the Culver version, a different version of these. And I just bought a set yesterday, or actually 2 days ago. If you watch the video, because I'm sure it'll be up before this one, it was at that teeny tiny little, place in the middle of Lutz, Florida. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. I suppose Lutz isn't in the middle of nowhere, but for me it is. I'm not familiar with it. Anyway, they had a whole set, and I think it ended up costing me $10. Hopefully, you all aren't singing to the song that I'm not talking louder than. Oh, that's kind of neat. Sorry.
You're okay.
It's hard with these locations because you don't want to like knock people's stuff over, so you have to kind of leave it midway, leave your cart midway. It's interesting because this location, I have vendors that I use, so very specific vendors I go to, and then the other location, it's like I almost love everybody over there. Oh, unwashed. And that's pretty awesome because as a chicken tender myself, as long as they didn't wash them, they'll last. But the minute you wash them, they won't. But also, dirty chicken eggs are not fun either. They literally are not fun. That was probably my least favorite thing to do, is clean chicken eggs. But, you know, I did it, and we had a lot. We had a lot. Got some false graph here. What are they looking price-wise on those? $6 a mug, I should say. Darn, let me make sure my card's up. It's probably not. It is. I think I filmed in here, but I'm not sure if I posted the video. It might have been before I was doing YouTube. Maybe. Dolls. Blubbity blubbity. Okay, moving on. She wears gloves just in case you guys are questioning. Because she's a germaphobe. But also, I am super allergic to dust. And if I even remotely would touch my eye or something with it still on it, I wouldn't even be able to drive. It would swell up like crazy. Very quiet today. I am. And it is in here too. But I am because I'm just looking. Absorbing it all. What do we have in here? That is super pretty. Oh, those are very pretty. Oh my gosh, I own that cookbook. Fun fact, he came to our local town here, not here, but in Seminole County, and I waited in line to get it signed. I loved him. I'm saying it in past tense because I'm only assuming that he's gone. I could be wrong, but I probably am not. Look at that. Is that like a brownie camera? Maybe. All right. Oh my gosh, I have something very similar to this. Picture, very similar. Not a picture, but a painting. So this is like a little alcove. We're going to go around this first. Let me just tell you, I should be smarter than I am. Because there is a section where the ground is really, really bad in here. And if you've got vintage glass in your cart, it does make for a problem. Let's see how much the biscuit container is. Depression glass. $59 on that. I literally have it, I think, on my Whatnot Buy It Now shop for $3. I have so much depression glass on my Whatnot Buy It Now, it's not even funny. Because I put, I guess for about 4 years or so, I was collecting Federal, Madrid, and all kinds of others. Well, that tracks. Okay. Let's see what we have here in the little alcove. Just some little pretties. Oh, they've definitely changed this around. Looks like they've opened it up so more vendors can put stuff in. Before it was mostly display shelves, which took up a lot of space. So if you can look at the floor, it's not finished. And there's a section that is like super bad. I'm gonna leave this here for a second because we've done that booth. We're gonna go into this one and then we'll catch up. We'll give it a little once over and then a catch up. Oh wow, I have all these fish plates for sale too. What is that? 6 on those. I don't have the bowls. More lucite shells. So you've got, as I like to call it, the first Tervis, right? Those are great. I have some that were my grandmother's that I do not sell. But if anyone's interested, I shall come back up for these for you. Cozy finds and home decor. Sweet. Okay. Guys, I've already lost where I left my cart. Is it around here? It is. Okay. God. All right, here we are. Risen thrift. 50% off anything in the red line. Free items in blue bucket. I don't even see a blue bucket, but 50% off the red line. We love a good sale. Alternatively, we need vintage. Or antique. Oh, that's cute. I honestly... Am I in the wrong booth? Is this D7? Does it say on the thing? No, that's literally a tag. Today's a day, girl. You are off your game. You would think it's this booth, right? Because it's connected to it. Okay, I'm okay though. Pretty much nothing I need for my shop or myself, so we're good. Those are sweet. Those are sweet. There's 2 of them. What is this? This is the swirl, right? What are they offering? Is that for everything? No, 12 of them. Arco Rock, it's cups and saucers, 70. For the depression glass out of France. I have some already. So I haven't put them up. If you guys are interested, let me know. It is literally this exact pattern, which is the pink swirl. I'm sure it has a name that eludes me. It is very quiet in here today. I mean, it may not sound it to you guys, but to me it is. Normally, you know, there's like kids crying or people trying to get their carts over the floor. Oof, I'm almost stuck in there. Okay. Let's pull aside. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. Oh gosh, these were so popular. But everybody has them, right? Or had them. This one is a bouquet vase. And you could tell that they're calling it an oversized vase, but it's a bouquet vase when the top of it, or bouquet, when the top of it spreads out like that. So when it looks like that, it's meant for bouquets and bouquets. Meant for both. Anyway, I was going to say that when you're in a booth like similar to this, I'm not saying necessarily this particular booth, but a booth similar to this, it's highly probable that it could go two ways. If they're selling vintage glass, potentially they're not selling it for what someone who's only selling vintage glass is selling it for. Does that make sense? In my head, it does. So sometimes you can get good deals, I think is what I'm trying to say. But that pretty much sums it up. Like, they've got it noted green vase. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, if... Ooh. Is that can of wick in the corner? It is not. That's all. So don't not go into a booth because you think it's not. Like, for instance, here. I have seen tons that are like this, and then all of a sudden there's a piece of vintage decor. So you just don't want to ever be in a situation where you don't, or where you pass by something that you potentially needed. I love this tray. Wait, I own this tray, so stop. I already own it. It's currently on my coffee table. Wow. Look how old that is. And it says Yale on it, but surely that's... What else does it say? Surely that's a child's glove. Oh, neat. Those are so classic. MCM, lucite, $7. Hold your napkins, but you know what? That wouldn't hold today's napkins. I guess it would if you did folded ones. So that would be, if you folded them properly, it would be. Okay, so here's where we're going into the floor. This is what I'm saying. It's gonna get loud, guys. But I have nothing in the cart right now, so I think we might be solid until I find some glass. Also, who am I? How am I like a quarter of the way through and haven't bought anything? I think I've considered some things, but... Ooh. Alright, we're going down here. We're going down here. Let's stay in bed, it says. Paperweights. They are so hot right now. They are, for sure. More show collecting. Just a pretty little set there. Okay. I'm hearing there's a good sale around the corner. Oh, there it is. You know how I actually probably already saw another one, but I've decided in the last couple videos that we're going to look for an Easter egg of Disney theme somewhere in all of the locations. So I'm calling it. If you guys saw one beforehand, leave it in the chat. I forgot my own little thing that I decided to start doing. It's like Monet's garden. But if his garden was plastic. But that's probably 80s or 90s. That's cute though. All right, moving forward. Did we look there? We didn't. The lighting is hard in here. Pulling over. Oh wait, didn't the person leave this booth? Yeah, I think so, but why does it look like 15% off everything? Maybe they didn't leave. Whoa, I don't think my mom has this. If you're watching, Mom, let me know if you need this. But also, my mom has 2 Waterford lamps I gave her that were mine. We'll switch, Mom. You can have this, and I'll take the Waterford back. Just kidding. You could keep it. Oh, okay. 21 for the salt and pepper. I think I just put this in a sale the other day. I don't think I sold it, actually. Oh, yeah, actually, it was in my last sale. I did not sell it. I did. I should be specific. I think I sold it, but I think that she had a problem maybe with the payment. I can't remember. Can't remember. But I do know it's still sitting on the shelf for my next show, I think. Okay, I saw something that drew my interest. Oh, yeah, we're going in. Okay. Shoot, let me try to pull this card in a little bit more. Look at the airplane. We'll get closer. We'll look. Just an egg. Looks like a Godinger. Let me feel it. Doesn't. Actually, it does feel like it could be a Godinger. Having trouble breathing over here. Stupid allergies. Interfering with my vintage shopping. Also, who chooses a business of vintage that has allergies to dust? It's primarily dust and unfinished wood. We're going to Savannah. I think I've told you guys in another video soon. And my son Grayson, he has 44 food allergies. Gosh, my stupid eyes are already flaring up in here. Anyway, we bring his own silverware, and it's usually bamboo or something. And I can't get him in time. So then it said, oh, I could get wood ones. And then I thought, well, that'd be my luck. The one thing I haven't tested him for that I have that he might be allergic to. And here I am putting it in his mouth. I have passed one of these up. You know what? I think we're going to go back to that other thrift store today. Oh, man, we're not. It's going to be closed. Remember the last video? We bought a couple of these. And they were at that lady's closeout for 80% off, which were $1 and change. That's what that came out to. Pretty. I don't know if my bag is qualified. Oh, actually, I did promise that we were going to go look at that airplane. We're going to go back and look at it now that I see the little tchotchkes. Oh, birds sell so well. And then, more elephants, you guys. 35 on that. That is Really pretty. More of the trivets. Okay, what are we looking at here? Oh, that is beautiful. I'm gonna have to try to get super close. Somebody tell me how much that says. I will watch the video, but if you don't mind, post it, and then I shall look. Because I'll forget. Oh, the doves are pretty. I concur, by the way. I don't know what it was. I think it's the love. It's highly possible. All right, let's look. This was the airplane I was showing you about. Don't be listening to the music. Disregard. What is that? How much do they have on it? 30? That's pretty. I do love it. So when I was younger, we would go to the Walt Disney World Village, aka Disney Springs now. I mean, it had different names over the years. And Arribas Brothers. They're still to this day making little tchotchkes. And you can pick them up if you ever go to Disney Springs. Do y'all remember at Goodwill? The other day I got something very similar. So basically I said I wanted to say it was bone dishes, but it definitely wasn't bone dishes. I just wanted to say it was, just because it's missing a centerpiece. My head wanted to call it bone dishes, but it's definitely not bone dishes. But I need something that goes in the center for that. I just don't know what it's going to be. I have to figure it out. No, we aren't singing. Girls just want to have fun. No. Too late, I've already said it. Oh, that's an interesting planter. What? And it has a candle. You know, I'm going to get home and that's going to be like something fantastic. Awesome. Okay. We shall move forward. It's the next aisle. I've got a vendor I love, and they better still be here. I'm threatening. How many of these did I have of my grandparents as a kid? A lot. I think it's in my house somewhere. This one's kind of a cheap one, but I've had like the ones that they had that had like I think it was like faux leather. I'm not sure if it was real leather on it. Not sure. But, what name is this one? No, that just is like a sunrise. Unless it's something that I'm not seeing. Ooh, we didn't go over here before I moved this cart. See what I mean? Like, we've got toys and everything, and then like potentially hidden little treasures in here. I do love a condiment tray. What are they? 25, 26. Okay, mouthwash. Leather. Looks good still. Oh, okie dokie. I'm pulling a cart. I've never pulled a cart through here that wasn't filled to the rim. I've got to be careful. Right into the plastic shelving I went. Okay. Why am I moving things? Why am I moving things? Okie dokie. 60% off the entire booth. They had me at the 60. 75. It's one of those things where I'm like, should I stop videoing? I probably should. Okay, so we already talked about this. $8. This must be under the 50. Let me look really quick. Oh, Phil Collins, Dad, are you watching? My dad knows Phil Collins. And I'm obsessed with Phil Collins. True fact. Don't let him know. My dad knows. Hence the reason why he wouldn't let me meet him. Shame, Father. Shame. I was a little obsessed. Okay, well this is Boopy, right? Not Candlewick. Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back here without a camera. But let's just take a scan at the 75. Y'all, hit me up if there's something you want. I don't mind coming back. Are they selling the cabinet? What I've been figuring is, I'm ciphering things, is that a lot of antique vendors are going to like Whatnot and doing live selling and getting rid of the overhead and then selling more where stuff like can potentially sit. You know what I mean? Stuff can sit for years, to be honest. Like yesterday, you guys saw there was a spider we walked into. Because it was, had some cobwebs on it. You just don't know. But also, fun fact for those that are listening, this girl wouldn't mind if you dusted your antique shop. If you have a booth and it's got some dust on it, periodically find yourself back to it, or hire a teen to go over and carefully dust it, even if it's with a feather duster, just so that there's two reasons for that. The one is just in general, so that things sell better, right? And the second reason is that if someone saw something covered in layers of dust, they're going to try to negotiate. They're going to be like, it's been sitting here for years. Surely you were willing to take said number. So it's a twofer. And that's just me as a vintage buyer, antique buyer for years. I'm new to selling. I've been buying my whole darn life. More Mickey. Okay. We're getting closer to the speaker. Talk amongst yourselves. Sing. Thank you. Sing amongst yourselves. Oh, a nice secretary. Does it open? I've not seen one that's carved on the side like that. It does open really well. Should I be opening that and inhaling? No. No, I shouldn't. I definitely should not have. Well, we know this is a famous painting. And we'll loosely say famous because I don't know. I just know I see it all the time. I don't know who the artist is, but I do know that people replicate it a lot. And I have seen it on Antiques Roadshow. I've seen it in people's thrifting videos, which if you have your own channel, please let me know in the comments because I am always watching. Definitely love watching everyone wander. And I'm sure you guys are all better than me. I'm very new at this, so what I'm doing is just moving along, but the reality of it is this is just me sourcing for my Whatnot shows and or my Whatnot, it's a candle, my Whatnot, buy it now, my shop. So this is just like, let me see if people are interested in following what I'm doing, along the way. Might be something you've been like, should I go to Whatnot and start selling? You might have been tossing it around yourself. And honestly, you should. And you could start. I know if you're watching this channel, I 100% know that you all have vintage and antique items in your house that you love. what I mean by that is that you're a lover of vintage and antique, then I am sure that you've got stuff that you're like, I've been holding on 2 years, I can move it. And all you have to do is turn on the camera. You turn on the app and immediately just start selling. People sell right out of their house, literally. I mean, I'm in my house selling. That's not what I mean. What I mean is they sell things. They sell things. Can I buy your curtains? What are you doing with that coffee table? Like, people ask you for everything, and you could sell them your entire living room while you're standing there. So let's say you need money, and you need it quickly, roughly. I'm saying relatively quickly, I should say. You could do whatnot, and after you ship it out as a new seller, after you ship it out and they receive it, you can get paid. And that could be only within days, you know. So if that's something that you've all got on your heart, you've been thinking about, don't hesitate. I started Whatnot when it started, and I said, oh, we're going to definitely sell on Whatnot. This is intriguing me, just to let you know. And I spent years on Whatnot buying. I am a professional Whatnot buyer. And for those, and I know some of you reached out and talked to me about it, but for those that are confused by Whatnot, it's just an app, WHATNOT. Like, let's say you just want to buy, you don't want to sell. Every one of my shows, my videos, has a link in the comments. You could follow the link, and I think it'll give you $15 off or something. I'm not sure. You know, it's one of those like reciprocal things. But at least it'll get you there as a buyer. If you want to be a seller, you let me know, because that's a little different. And you'll want to definitely get someone to refer you, because if you're a seller, I think you get 150 matched dollars in sales. Beautiful cobalt fan vase. Anyway, so let's say you just want to go. So you follow the link, you open it up, and you would, well, first you'll find me, because the link is for me. But then you will just type in at the top your search of like your genre, say vintage decor, vintage glass, and you're going to find your people. You're going to find everyone. We have a huge community selling vintage and antique. You won't be hurting. 24 hours a day, someone is selling. I'm literally not kidding. 24 hours a day. So let's talk about that. I have one of these at home. I'm about to do a Fenton sale. But I'm going to have to say I think mine's prettier. What we should talk about is it's super duper easy to get caught up in Whatnot. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's an auction. So they're live auctions. Sometimes they go extremely fast. 18 on that one. Sometimes they go extremely fast. And if you just swipe, and it's like dollar increments. You swipe, you could click on the maximum and then say how much you're willing to spend, and then just let it do its thing. But the seller runs it for, let's say, 15 seconds. It runs for a set amount of time, and then you, if you're the highest bidder, you win it. And they ship it within 2 days. The thing I was warning you about is, boy, is it easy to spend. It is definitely easy to spend. So, as much as I would love you all to shop my shop with all the items that are in there, which are very inexpensive, not gonna lie. When it comes to the auction, and you're in a live auction, just be careful and make sure what you're bidding on is vintage. And if you have questions before they sell it, ask them. Look at, that's lavender. Before they start selling, just ask, hey, just to confirm that's a vintage blah blah blah, or an antique, type of thing. Just confirm. But they might have already gone through it. They might have already talked about it, told you the provenance, where they found it, things like that. But that's all. I just want you to be careful that you don't, overspend anyway. It's very, very easy to do because it's also fun, It's fun to swipe and compete with everybody. It really is. You'll see. But if you were worried about it in the way of like you didn't think technology-wise you could do it, promise you could do it. I promise. It's very easy. So easy, that's why I'm telling you to be careful. Probably not something a seller should tell people. But that's okay. No. I think as the 70s used to say, honesty is the best policy. I definitely think honesty is the best policy. Diamond Point, own it. It's sitting in my room as we speak, 22 on that. We got a really good deal on that. I'm doing a show. We've been talking about it. I'm doing either a Diamond Point Imperial with Fostoria's American and doing an all crystal, like an all clear, not crystal, all clear show. I don't know, but I have a large amount of both. So if you're an Imperial, Diamond Point, or Fostoria American, or even Whitehall, because I do have some Whitehall, hit me up and let me know, because I haven't put any in my shop and I haven't done the show yet. I haven't decided how I'm going to sell it. $11.99 on this. I feel like, should we be checking my temperature? Is something wrong? Why in the world haven't I bought? That is gorgeous orange. I love it. Love it. I'm also doing a milk glass / white glass show, which I think I have to be very specific. In my storage unit, in one of these previous videos, you guys have seen me talk about milk glass. I'm in a storage unit. It's dark in there. I'm not 100% sure everything I was looking at was white glass. Was milk glass. So just know, I'm going to know before I do the show. I definitely wouldn't deliberately sell something that's not what it is. But people collect both. And I think that's why I just will probably combine it if there is some that is if there's some that's just white glass, I will note that for sure. What are we looking at here? So my eyes say Flow Blue, but it's not. It's not, right? No, that's just part of the design. Oh my gosh. Cute. That's pretty. Got it. That's a pig and all of its little piglets. Confusing but cute. Alright, I'll take my own advice. I'll come into a shop that I didn't think would have anything. It probably won't, but you never know. Let's look. Heeding my own advice. We were in Titusville, and we went to the, I'm going to call it famous thrift store, famous vintage mall, antique mall in Titusville, because apparently in that location they've been #1 for years. These people have been around for a very long time, theme park exclusive. Anyway, and sure enough, there was like booths that had, if I find the video, I'll put those up, because this was before I was on YouTube. There was definitely booths that you would be like, why in the world would they even have that in there? Like, for instance, this theme park booth. $10 marble clock, desk clock. They sell theme park stuff, right? You just never know. You never know. I would look into that, but that chrome is too beautiful currently, meaning it's too new. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, all I'm seeing is people with food, so that's not fair. Miss Nicole was supposed to be here with me today. But we're going to do our shopping, I think, on the 30th. $10 on this. That's the reverse hobnail, so it's inverted. That's one of them, too. Same thing. Huh. Okay, well, this booth might be a little offensive. I don't know. It looks like it potentially has some slang items. Oh, this is the seller I thought was going out of business. That was $50. One booth over, I thought, and it's really, if I peek through, it's kind of the same location, so that stands to reason. Similar to my Waterford ginger jar lamps. Let's see, how great is that avocado? So you're looking at $10 to put on display in your kitchen, and I have these. I have the bowls. Let me just think, because I put a new, oh crap, I don't think it's gonna fit. I put a new, it's not new, an old but contemporary in the last 30 years maybe, I don't know. I put a teak entertainment center in the kitchen that that hubby retrofitted into a coffee bar, and unfortunately behind it's like beadboard and it's super tall, and unfortunately prior to that, during COVID, I had him put up racks for hanging pans and pots, and he doesn't want to take down that rack, so the rack is up there now just holding on to like a vintage mixer, things like that, and like the vintage KitchenAid Beehive coffee grinder. And my thought was, oh, I could put this up there, but I just don't think that was a long way to get to the point. The point is, I don't think it'll fit. Am I going to put it in my cart? Yeah. Yeah. I am. Let me just see if I remember how to lock this. I don't. Let's hope I can get it in. I can. All right. Let me just make sure. 50% off all items over $5. Okay, that has been what this booth has said for the last several months, so we're on the same page. Fondue. Oh, why is this girl not wearing her glasses, people? Is this the cat's meow? I don't know anything about the cat's meow, but I was wondering in the last video yesterday, I don't know if it was the last video, but the video in the Ye Old Antiques or whatever, I was talking about my mom having the Williamsburg version of those that went over her doors that I said may or may not have fallen on people, I don't know. I'm wondering if those were the cat's meow brand, of which I don't know what exactly that means. I know that it's a name brand that people like to collect. And I probably passed them all up because I'm pretty sure it was in one of those booths that were doing the huge sale. If you recall, there was one doing 50, but there was one doing 80% off. And that's just crazy. I have passed this up here so many times, and they have some spare. It's all the vendors chit-chatting. They have some spares. How many are any missing? So it's 25 right now. Do I have a location for it? No. Not at all. Where I'm thinking it should go is the back porch, but we live in Florida. Hurricanes. We would get covered. I'm pretty sure there's a spider web up there, and I think you know I'm not going to touch it. Not touching due to that. So the champagne bottle should fit in that, an individual champagne bottle. I'm saying individual, but you know what I mean. Okay. These are very popular. Why am I walking away from this? Let's discuss this. Okay, there's our answer. Not in the sale, and it shouldn't be. It is really cool. That's a. Is there a spider web up there? I want to touch it. I feel like there is. Ugh! Okay, I'm bringing it down. Mamma mia. So, 10 on that. Let's move that in more. That would take somebody completely out, literally. I'd have to have that on my conscience. I don't think so. I don't think so. Guys, I am going to have to stop the video here. It is an awesome booth. However, the booth I want to get to is next door. Fine, I'll go to that booth really quick. We'll leave our cart here and we'll go to the booth next door. And then I'll stop. But this is the booth I want to go into.
You can't put a nail. They were outside for 50.
Oh my. I'm always finding stuff here.
Alright, my friend. My husband's like, are you almost done? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Wow. There's so much to look at and consider. I own that. Actually, I own the smaller version of that. If anybody wants it. A couple different versions of that. Huh. It was very hard to pass up stuff in this booth. Have you ever been in a situation where you've fully done your living space? You've emptied it up, if you will. You've taken every possible space available and did it, and then you're like, but now I need to move things. I need to rotate things out. My younger self used to rotate things out, like drapes, things like that, for seasons. My older self is not doing that. The children had that when they were young, that's what I have to say. Do I think that any of them have any idea that mom changed out everything for the seasons? Absolutely not. If asked, they would be like, I don't know. But that's how children are. We expect these things. Now, my parents are watching this video, I'm sure, and if they know, if they asked me, they would know I would know. I remember everything. Look at the elephant. So, yes, is it probably a planter that you put the pot in? Possibly, but how great would that be for rolled up thin blankets, like lap blankets? Do I need an elephant in my life? I don't know. I just don't know. It's maybe. It truly is a maybe. Alright guys, I'm leaving you here. If you see anything, let me know. Don't forget, my whatnot shows are the vintage box. And I also have hundreds of items in my Buy It Now that are at extreme reasonable prices because I have a big stock of stuff. And you can just follow the link that's in the description. Please leave comments. I love engaging with you all. I appreciate every one of you. It is just, the beginning of a building a community, and I appreciate you all. Have a good afternoon, guys.